What's good, y'all? It's your boy D.A. Castell, and this is Castell Collects.
Yeah, Castell Collects, Castell Collects. Yeah, he do unboxings and giveaways. Yeah, let's get to watching what he gets today. Yeah, Castell Collects.
All right, we got some change-ups in the room. Listen, I was taking some advice, listening to other people, seeing what I had to do to change it up, so we added a desk, and it's really cool, like, light-up chair. It's technology. This is Hollywood. You know how it is. But basically, we're doing things a little bit differently here, and I wanted to clean it up and make it look more of a professional channel than just some guy sitting on a rotting Broncos chair and on like a little glass end table that you're supposed to use for coffee. So we got a desk. We got a light-up chair. Let's get into it, and let me show you guys this incredible statue that took almost 2 years to get. I hope you guys are ready, because I certainly am. All right, so right off the bat, you can tell this is going to be an absolutely massive statue. Now, you don't know exactly what's going to come up out of this. I'm not going to tell you. I'm just going to start building it and let you see for yourself. But there's two gigantic boxes with regards to the statue. It is made by a private commissioner, so I can't tell you who it was. What I can tell you is that it is number 5 out of 45. That's actually really cool. I really like these low ES accounts. So let's get into it. Well, here it is, guys. The tribute Green Ranger to Tommy Oliver. What a phenomenal piece. And it is quite massive. Now, I do have it in a swivel, and I am a little bit nervous. I did give you guys a quick little preview of the actual head sculpt. And honestly, this custom commissioner really killed it. I just think what they did here is phenomenal. It's really good look-alike. Now, there are a lot of switch outs to this. There's actually a total of 5 arms. Unfortunately, one of the arms I want to put on is the Dragon Dagger, and it came broken. Easy fix. You'll never know it was broken, but it has a magnet to it, so the magnet will catch, and I'll be able to fix it. It did come with a neck cowl in case you decide to go with the Green Ranger helmet, and it also came out with these other poses so he can put his hands on his hip, depending on if you're using the head with the Dragon Dagger and yada. There is a downside to this. The downside is this statue came with like a bunch of these little itsy bitsy pieces. Now, these little pieces go throughout the entire structure. Very silly because I just don't think it was necessary, but at the end of the day, it's just an added detail. Like, I don't know if you can see this, but on this side of the statue, it literally shows 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and you have to put all those little pegs in. Very silly, but honestly, not the end of the world. Realistically, I think the only downside to this thing is, it's a tiny little downside. I wish they could have made this translucent. Now, very hard to make that, and very expensive. Not to mention that it will yellow over time or change color, so it may not be what you want at the end of the day. However, I think they made up for it in so many other things, and honestly, it took about 2 years to get this, and I could see why. This piece is beautiful, it's phenomenal, it screams everything JDF, and it is the perfect tribute statue for the Green Ranger. Now, there's obviously one other detail they give you, and it's one of my favorite things that they do. This is really cool. So they give you this poster. It says, "Once a Ranger, always a Ranger." That was one of the most important things that we learned, or that was one of the most important things that we heard from a lot of the other Rangers after finding out about JDF's passing. Once a Ranger, always a Ranger. What a beautiful little picture to add to this. But I think if we're focusing on their tribute series, they did the White Ranger. You've seen that already. Now the Green Ranger, and they wanted to make it grand. The White Ranger had a phenomenal base with the Tiger Zord and a couple other things around it. But this, adding the dragon behind him, is just truly phenomenal. I mean, it's a fierce dragon. The statue stands about almost 34 inches tall, and I couldn't really be happier with it. Literally. I mean, little things you can't do. Like, I know a lot of statue collectors, like, these seams bother them. Shut up. Just shut up. Unfortunately, when you're making these things, you have to follow a certain arrangement, and it's not always easy to do. So I totally understand it. I do not blame anybody for any seam lines. But I know it happens, and I do understand the statue collector's position on it because, you spend a lot of money. You don't want seam lines. But these seam lines are actually hidden semi-decent because when you're going to kind of present it like this, so you won't actually see, let me see, how would I present it? Yeah, like this. So you won't actually see the seam line here. You won't see the seam line back here. So to me, that's irrelevant. I love it. Listen, if you have anything going on in your life and you need to talk to somebody, just talk to somebody. What happened to JDF, whatever his personal issues were, a lot of times, guys, we could talk about it. It's that easy. There's someone out there for you to talk to. Make a couple phone calls. Before you choose to do anything in your life that could negatively impact anybody, we're collectors. I've never been upset about the passing of an actor or a superstar or anything like that. But I have a different time with Power Rangers because of where my life was during the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. So you look up to guys like this, I wish I had the opportunity to meet JDF and I didn't. So this statue is a lot more than just a statue. Very, very awesome. With all that being said, do you guys think this was the perfect tribute statue for the Green Ranger and JDF? Honestly, I think it was done amazing. And even like the little faults and the silly little tic-tac things that have to go in and a couple of the seam lines, that doesn't bother me at all. I think the only downside really is that I got a broken dragon dagger, which again, we can repair easily and you will never see the damage because there's a little magnet in there and it just connects right in. So that was probably my worst part of this. Like I said earlier in the video, guys, if you ever need somebody to talk to, there's always somebody out there. If you ever need to vent about something and there's no one you can find, you can always message me. But whatever I can do to help, I'm always there for you, especially for people in the toy community. I end every single video off, guys, but don't forget to like, subscribe, comment below. We'll see you on the next one. It's your boy, a.k.a. Castell, and this was Castell Collects.